I'd be curious from your perspective to get an understanding of what sort of those training materials for onboarding for all internal parties did you guys actually implement for a successful rollout of the cross-selling that your team was ultimately set up for success during conversations with clients?
Well, that's a good question. Yeah, we had regular cross-selling meetings, right? So, and we had I had a really good financial package because I'm really focused on earnings, right? So my financial package was detailed and it went out on time every month to the entire leadership team. One of the reports in that package was a cross-selling report. It listed all our clients, and it would list, on one side all our clients, and at the top all our practices. And it would have a number in each box. Did this company buy software development? Did this company buy network integration? Did this company buy that? And if they did, how much? And I did it over a 2-year period, because you can't, if you're cross-selling, you don't cross-sell something right away. It takes time to nurture a relationship and introduce new things for them. So right. We would look at over a 2-year period, and we would say, hey, how come company ABC is not buying this? And we would talk about it. And well, I've already asked them and they're not interested. Well, is there something else that we can do? Maybe we have that seminar. Can we invite them to that? I would think it would really fit. We would, just keep talking it through all the time, right? So that was one way that we did it. But that was not the best way to make it happen. The best way to make it happen was to ingrain it into our culture. So there were 2 things that we ingrained into the culture. One, everybody sells. So I said long ago when I started the company, I cannot keep this thing afloat by myself. If you have to help me, you have to act like this is your company too. And a large portion of them, it was their company because I'd given them shares in the company. So I'm like, you have to help me. We have to work together. And we would try to find deals at existing clients or try to find new clients. And everybody has an uncle and cousins and brothers and sisters that work at different companies. And we train them to try to uncover opportunities. They didn't have to go try to sell something. They had to just say, I know that there's something going on here. Great. We'll call them and we'll give you credit for it if we close a deal there. That was a key thing, right? So that was ingrained into the culture, but we ingrained cross-selling into the culture as well. So there were those 2 things that were just part of the culture, and it became so strong that as the years went by, if you weren't doing it, if you weren't trying to expand a relationship through cross-selling, or you weren't trying to find a new relationship, people were like, well, what are you doing? Why aren't you helping? We got to keep this going.
That's pretty crazy, Dan, where that you'd stand out like a sore thumb if you're not doing it, where in most organizations you stand out like just shine and gleam and stand out if you do it, where in your organization you train them to do it. And if they don't do it, it's just going to be in your culture. It's just going to be noticed and seen, right? I mean, it's kind of like, so you're basically teaching them not to basically sell and close deals, but basically find the fishing holes, right? Find the fishing holes that we can go fish in, right? I love it.
I'll give you a couple of examples. So one, we had a client, British Petroleum, and we were there to do a small project, $100,000 project. And my consultant who was there overheard them say that they were having trouble with a data analytics project. And we had a data analytics practice. And he said, I don't know if this is an opportunity, but I heard them say that they're swamped, they can't do the work in this area. So he told his manager, that manager told the other, practice leader of the other group, we got that deal. That was $1 million deal. $1 million. So, obviously at the company meeting, we brought that guy on stage and we told everybody about it. But that was a great example of like cross-selling and how to do it. I'll give you another indication of how well it worked. We had, let's say there was roughly 50 million at the end in sales. About 13 of that came from sales. So the other 37 came from everybody else. I mean, everybody in that company sold, not just managers and CEOs. Like my HR director found deals. My CFO found deals. Everybody found a deal. And it just proliferated across the whole company.
So Robbie is actually a young leader in sales, and he's leading a bunch of our sales team right now, Dan. So what a perfect podcast for him to be a part of, listening to you and I explain it, because again, that's not common, right? It's just not common that organizations understand that sales is a lifeblood, and all of us are in sales if we want to be, and if we all care about the business we're in, the industry we're in. We don't have to actually sell, but find those fishing holes, right? And sell if you like to sell. And I'm sure you guys have your subject matter experts that probably close the deals and make it easy for that person that sniffs out the fishing holes, right?
Yeah, we didn't even need them to sell. They just had to see an opportunity. They didn't even have to talk to anybody. But the key was to give them as much adulation for spotting that out as if they did close it. And I think a lot of companies make that mistake. You didn't close the deal. You just found it. Someone else closed it. No, we were like, you spotted it. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have had it. And we would give them bigger bonuses, and they would get, obviously very well compensated for doing that. But it was more the adulation. It was more like saying, good job. And we wouldn't have gotten it without you. And then I think that kind of helped them as a whole team gain more confidence. Well, if this guy can spot something, I can spot something, right? And we had a large amount of people who were super good at it, and then others who were just, identify things, and we would say, hey, you're just as good as the guys who can close it from start to finish. So
my challenge to Robbie now is to within about a year, I want to look back and say, holy cow, man, you've been amazing. And I've inspired everybody to find those fishing holes, right? and be part of the sales team. And the way you, the award system you built, Robbie, is amazing, right? Where'd you get all that? He's to look back and say, well, remember Dan when we did that podcast? What do you think, Robbie?
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be like the Shark Tank when you follow how the companies are doing. I'm just going to follow up with Dan and say like, hey, thank you for the advice. That was incredible.
Yeah, I bet Dan wouldn't mind if you call him once in a while just to ask him what he thought about what you're doing and the structure you're building for that. Because something we always talk about, but boy, it just doesn't ever happen. It's probably our fault more than anybody else. Our fault that we do not have a system that gives the accolades we should to those that just say, hey, just so you know, I told our sales gal or guy about this lead, and we hit it, right? And it was, oh, well, good job, thank you, right? But it should be a little more than that, probably. Right. So that's a great lesson.
What I learned is that it's not the money that you give them that really motivates them. I mean, it's a motivator for sure, but it wears off soon. It's the recognition that goes a lot further. So, if you send an email out to say, if Robbie hadn't done this, we wouldn't have got this deal. And I want to recognize him. He's doing a great job. I got to tell you, that person's going to go home. They're going to tell their wife. They're going to tell their parents. They're going to be, you can't believe it. The CEO told me I did a great job. And so that to me works better. So that's why I said it wasn't about as much of a process. It was more about a cultural thing. If I literally ingrained it into our culture, and that was part of, if you define what our culture was, that was really a big part of it.